Hello guys, welcome to another community stream. Today, or this week, the sign-ups went perfect. We got really nice responses from you guys about the new events. As you might have guessed, this does mean a bit of a shift also in what we are doing and what we're concentrating on. We are working on a lot of new content and we're going to be looking at some of it today, and then I will be telling a little bit of a sneak peek as well into the future. I'm trying out the new thing of how to present the new Powerstones and how to present things coming into the game. Also, thank you, Bane. I'm feeling just fine. It does feel a little bit like you've done a good workout at the gym, so going strong. Everything is great. So, for you guys today, I have a pretty fun army. This is also based on a little bit on a new social media thing. Normally we just do the Powerstones, what is coming out, and now we're trying to also give a little bit of suggestions on the pairings, what is coming out with the new season, and of course the next season is season 3 and of the Storm of Elements. So we're going to get Ignite, and this is what this army is going to be based on, and also the new social media thingy is going to be based on as well. Let's take a look at the army and what makes this army special. So Ignite and a bunch of units that can use Ignite quite well. Why this combination? Of course, now we also have the Thunder Strike, so there is a very good chance for these guys when they push you back to activate or hit you, to push you back with Thunder Strike, as well as applying the Ignite as we go along. So 31% chance to Ignite, not too shabby. You fly a lot further, or your opponents fly a lot further, takes them a long time to run back to you, and that's pretty cool. Of course, so we have Elemental, Earth Elemental, we got the Brute. This is the Burning Crusade. Burning Crusade is the name of this army, and or Crimson Crusade, whichever one is better. What do you guys think? Of course, Arcane Archers as well, helping out with this setup, and of course they're very good at setting things on fire. The one special unit, and I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be pretty happy about this, because there's so much love for the Righteous Defenders. But one thing about the Righteous Defenders and conditions, they do have a pretty fast attack speed as it goes. I mean, they start off with 1 second attack speed, and it means that there is 12.5% chance of activating or igniting the enemy. But the cool thing about the Righteous Defenders is that the chance to ignite remains the same even when their attack speed goes up when their friend units die. So they start hitting very fast, and the chance to ignite when you're hitting a lot faster becomes actually pretty good when you're hitting when it is 12.5% and you're hitting so much. But without any further ado, let's start the Fight Night spinnings, and we can take a look then at the questions which you guys might have. Yes, let's see. Do we have the news live? We do. Actually, should also put into the announcements. Just a second. There we go. And publish. Excellent. Let's get to the fight night and start seeing how you guys are going to be doing against this mighty army. Prizes are fine. I have already preloaded this week's fight night because I've closed the sign-ups an hour earlier. There we go. It's nuts immediately with the question. When Traplight is going to listen to the community instead of pushing their own updates? We have been pushing a lot of the early game changes. We have been doing adding a lot of things now into the game, but we do hear you, and actually I'm going to be talking about the next season's update, which will actually change rating quite significantly, and it is very much in line what we have been getting from Discord, from the streams, the feedback. So I call it Unity update, but you can decide on what is a better name for it. Also, a lot more content is coming out. Today we're going to be checking out 3 new artifacts, and then also looking at how Saga map is going to be coming into the game, what that will mean for the game, and yeah. Also on the side of events, I hope that you guys sent all of your best ideas on how to improve the current events and what sort of new events you guys would want to see in the future, because that is also something we would like to start taking a look at. And I'm doing good. I'm doing great. It's nuts. Thank you very much for asking. I need to take out this chat so I can make it a little bit bigger. It's a bit too tiny on my screen to properly see. I've had multiple issues with the towers going right through the monster hunter's shield. Rob, you should report that to the support. I can't help you with that. Is teleport stones coming back, ulther, and the corrupted and other insanely cool stones? I would think so. I think that they need a little bit of work, especially the corrupted ones. I do know that our design team wanted to take a look at them, but today we're going to be looking at a new corruption artifact, and that's pretty crazy. So I think that corrupted, it's fair to say that corrupted stones should be making a comeback at some point. But call ulther, this is the 7th time I got the same artifact from raids. Well, actually, from the not the season 3, but season 4, and the changes that are coming in season 4 to the rating, you should be able to at least get more chances at cooler stuff. So how does the giveaway work? There are no giveaways today either. I'm not sure when I will bring giveaways or quizzes back. It was a lot of hassle to run them by myself while running the stream at the same time. So for now I've decided not to have giveaways or quizzes in the stream. are you going to start informing your player base about the changes? Well, El Floriano, I think that we do inform about the changes. Sometimes some of the changes come out before we're able to create patch notes, like what happened with the Wicker boss updates, with the freeze and all of that kind of stuff. We've made the changes to Wicker boss and we wanted to push them out and test them as soon as possible. So we did that. Creating the patch notes, of course, there is the text for the patch notes and we should have shared them at least on Discord, but putting the patch notes into the game also requires us to send the patch notes to the translation. Translation translates them and then we get them back so that the patch notes do come out in various languages. So the actual patch notes for the Wicker boss changes are in the Monday's patch notes. So, but of course, small changes we have missed previously, but to be honest, that happens to just about all the companies. Suggestion: make some of ranked arena. It's ranked versus ranked matches up all the units, but all on regular power, no Powerstones and no artifacts. So pure just units. It would be actually quite interesting mode of play. Why not? Hey ulther, can we get a button that describes the base effects of burn, freeze and plague? Claw and Claudron tell us that additional bonuses they give, but nowhere can I find base effect descriptions. That's true. The changes to the UI are been long overdue. Let's put it that way. But you're right. That and actually quite a lot of other effects and. Even in the unit description, we are missing a lot of information. Like for example, it's 25% chance to stun when you hit enemies with plague throwers. It was in the patch notes, but it's not in the in-game information. One of the longer sort of projects that we're also trying to do inside of the community team is to create a kind of knowledge base and at least put it on the website so you could reference those somewhere. So, but yeah, definitely needs to be done. You're right. I've seen that a bunch of people were able to beat my Burning Crusade, but not everybody has been managing. Now, it looks to be like a quite traditional swarm of this era up against me. When I use Battle Wagon with Hammer Artifact and when my unit hits the mushroom, my hammer works on the corrupted unit. Is that supposed to happen? Huh. I suppose it does work. I mean, it does work because it's made like that. I mean, your unit is still your unit, but it is mind controlled by an opponent. So when it dies, the opponent gets the unit. But then I suppose it gets a completely brand new unit, which is not even mind corrupted. I will actually copy this SSH rammer, and I will ask about it, because to be honest, that's a quite niche but cool interaction anyway. So thanks for bringing it up. Well, a lot of work for giveaways and quizzes. Europeans really are relaxed. Well, I mean, the thing is that if I start doing the quizzes, I need to, or raffles, whatever, I need to start alt tabbing, going to different forums and so on. And to be honest, I would actually like to read the chat and answer to questions. A lot of people have interesting mechanical questions that either I can answer or then I could try to find information about them. So yeah, I would like to more concentrate on that. Maybe once we go further with these streams, perhaps at some point we will actually have not people dropping in from the company and following them, but actually just helping to do the raffles on the side. I mean, I would like to do more of them, but it was just way too messy for my taste. Be back when you artifact info is being told no reason to be here without giveaways. Well, sorry to hear about that, foreign Nate. So just give free gems every hour. I mean, to be honest, it would be really great to have some things like Twitch drops or the YouTube equivalent. I don't remember what was it. And perhaps now in say Q4, maybe beginning of next year, we can actually take a look at integrating something like that. So then it would help out quite a bit. Is Saf gonna return with mega giveaways? Well, Saf is all about giveaways. I mean, when she will return, and she will return pretty soon, I'm pretty sure that the giveaways will be pretty epic. Also, we do have some more of a special stream coming out next month. Some of you might know. Some of you might know. It will be 1 year of official Battle Legion release, so we'll have a bit of a celebrationary stream. Hopefully we'll again get Remo and maybe our CEO as well to come and join, and we're trying to get together a nice package with some physical giveaways, not just gems and so on, but some cool things. Not going to go into details about that. That's still being under works, but definitely going to be nice. Or at least I hope so. Can you please explain difference between attack potency and damage? From a limited ability to test, I see a significant difference. I'm not actually sure. I mean, in my opinion, how I understand how it works is that the Powerstones, which increase the attack potency, they increase the damage that your unit does by X amount. And we actually had a really great suggestion. I think it was on the stream, last stream, or it might have been Discord, where people really wanted to also see, and I want to see as well, what is the difference to the stat when you apply the Power Stone. Like for example, when you put the attack potency Power Stone in, how much damage does your unit do more, or how much damage does it do now? Also, I think that when you're doing tests, you need to remember that the opponent might have defense Power Stones which reduce your attack your incoming attack. Even though inherently all of the units in Battle Legion have the same armor, so basically you're doing to the archer the same base damage as you're doing to Thorn Guards if they don't have the defense Power Stones. But Cole, the life is good for me, thank you. It's actually been really nice and warm weather in Finland, and also I'm quite excited about the new developments with the Battle Legion and what is happening right now. So very happy. Could a sage post quizzes on your behalf? Just generate the quizzes beforehand, validate later. Rebel Supreme, that's also a possibility. It's just that didn't really have time to get into it this week, and last week when I canceled all the quizzes, it was because of the sign-up forms. Now the sign-up forms are fine. Also, hey, I've learned something, because at the time when I started using the Google Forms, basically whenever you had the Google sign-on, that also meant pretty much that you were also collecting the mails. But nowadays that's not the case. That's a separate option, and you can just limit people's responses by requiring them to be signed in into their Google account when they are responding. So actually, technically there is no limitation for the quizzes, and I mean, I don't want to do raffles. I would rather do quizzes, and for next time I'll try to come up with something. How about a horde mode where you fight 3 waves of enemies with the same team that keep same health? Maybe you can swap in 1 or 2 fresh units. That actually is a pretty cool idea. Hope you sent that when you answered or you signed up, and I hope you signed up, Andy Willis. Lol, this poor 0 trophy guy. I think that somebody messed up their sign up and signed up with the wrong battle tag. It's still very confusing when if it's a 0 or a no. We need a 3-point tank. A mythic tank. I mean, there is a ranged tank, and I mean, well, to be honest, Monster Hunter is a very strong tank in quite a lot of builds, but I see your point. There isn't really anything super massive in that sense. And Vova Gidonikis would like to see more faster tactics on the stream, so that the fights would go faster. Actually, the last stream I did, I had a super mega fast army. It was basically a iteration of my private account army, but with all the stops pulled, so to say, and it was pretty brutal. So I mean, it depends. Sometimes, I mean, it's good to have variety, but I do agree that with fast armies, more people get to fight, more people get a chance at the gems as a result. Now, Swift Spear, you're wrong. Sapphire is coming back soon. She's going to stream this month, and then we're going to have. I'm pretty sure that this month we were planning to have her stream, and then at least we have next month the special event, and then she will be bringing the Dev versus Clan event, her stream event back, and basically that's more towards the end of the era, and she wants to start with that basically. So you will see Sapphire, and I'm sure that she will come back with a lot of giveaways, since I have been very stingy. tell me how the Death Knight works? All of my army are level 8, and I'll set a horde army, but no skeletons are coming up when they die. Are you saying that you have a Death Knight and your units die next to the Death Knight inside of that aura, and you don't see skeletons? I have a very hard time believing that, but if that's the case, contact support. I mean, you definitely should have skeletons showing up when your or your opponent's troops die. I can't believe I've witnessed birds do something other than die instantly. Xavier, birds are excellent. I've used them actually in a couple of builds, and not even on the stream account, but on my private account where I don't have cheated stuff. I'm not that high of a level on that account, but do decently sometimes. But I've been using the birds quite successfully. Sometimes you don't really want that much even power or units doing damage on the field, but you want to boost your other units, boost the horde. And also the other cool thing about the birds, if you have maybe a couple of units of them, even they might fly and stun some of the nastier opponent units that might be a problem, like Mind Corruptor or Frost Mage. So fight against someone else, they always get a horde of skeletons before I fight. But fight against someone else, they always get a horde of skeletons before I do. Right. I think that there is no difference. There is no difference between different levels of Death Knights, how fast they spawn skeletons. It's just more of like whoever gets to the skull first, and it's not really about even the units dying, but your Death Knight needs to be, or his aura needs to cover the area where the skulls of fallen units are. I mean, Death Knight needs skulls to raise the troops. Is there any other way to get skins? Because I'm struggling to get skins for all of my units, says Steven Zoo. We have a few events which give skins. Premium Battle Pass gives some cosmetics. We also have a new wardrobe coming out, and Skarsgård was asking when will that come out, and it's the new wardrobe, which will be winter and elven, sort of like winter and summer. So frozen creatures and elven and nature creatures will be coming out as skins. So it's not, well, I'm not talking about new units, I'm talking about new skins, and that is coming out in season 4. I'm not going to show you any of the new skins, but on the next stream I will go over some. I will show you some of the old skins which will be coming back and will become available through the wardrobe, as well as the new skins, some of the new skins which will be coming out. Yeah, I think I have the Slack still open, so I guess you guys heard that. Sorry about that. Let me close Slack. So where is it? So there we go. I don't think that I should have anything. There we go. Yeah, usually I don't have the music on, but I decided that it would be kind of nice to have something playing on the background when I have moments of quietness. So yeah, hopefully now it will be message free. Yep, Rebo, that was Slack. Along with showing stat changes with Powerstones, can you include buffs from artifacts? Asked Sean Taylor. I mean, I ideally what I would like to see with the units would be that you would have the base value shown and then also sort of buffed or affected value shown. I don't think that there would be that much space to show that, you know, like sort of the progression, but yeah. I mean, even if the base value would change as you change power stones and artifacts, I think that would be very helpful. Unit suggestion: make a Beyblade that spins around the whole map. It works like a tornado. It spins units away and does little damage. Yeah. I like those kind of well, I mean, those kind of units are generally very nasty in all the sort of action RPG style games, or at least the ones that I have ran into. I like to play melee characters quite a bunch, and usually those spinneroony things are quite nasty. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. Maybe a fortress mode, maybe a minigame where you can choose more than 16 slots and try and resist attacks. Like, yeah, a lot of people have been talking about, a lot of people. I've seen a few suggestions, and I think that maybe one of you guys also wrote about it in the Fight Night sign up about sort of more of tower defense like experience where you or event where you would have limited amount of units, and then you would have waves coming, and then you basically need to manage that resource. That would be actually pretty cool. And we have also did a little bit of a testing at one point with the active abilities, so perhaps that mode would also benefit from those, like buffing units or summoning some extra units. Would be pretty nice. We're like half an hour away from, actually less than half an hour away from looking at the artifacts, looking at the power stones. Which should be pretty interesting. Birds are RNG. Vova is asking if there is a exact date when the next pack is coming out, next skin pack is coming out. The exact date, sure, I can give the exact date. So the next skin pack will come out on 28th of June. So Vova, 28th of June. Do you think possible a friend versus friend match, obviously with no effect on the level? Yeah, I think it is very possible. We wanted to add that for a long time, we just didn't have resources to do it. 2 versus 2 can be really cool. Yeah, combined fights also been suggested many times. More like meat shield in the front and my glorious units in the back. Hey ulther, I got suggestion for clan invite time limit. Sometimes X-Clan members, they not active coming after a reactivation into the clan during members switching between our clans. Thanks. Yeah, Michael Myers. I got I got a message on Discord. I don't remember who is it from. I think it was Gavin Jasper. I think he was the one that posted about it, that some guy joined joined the guild a year and a half after he got the invite, which is kind of funny, but definitely not something that is intended. I think we should fix it for sure. Oh, Gaik is not very happy and says that I'm the most laziest dev that he has ever seen. It hurts when you say Gaik like that. Gaik Sama-san, why do you hate me so much? I'd honestly love some kind of mode that you could create an army with a friend and do 2 versus 2. Sounds really fun. Actually, like if you could maybe even a sort of a combination where you have 2 versus 2 and you have several matches. So basically you have initially 16 units, and then you need to, every round you need to send in some of your units into the fight, and then see how far you get through, and then units get killed. As they get killed, or they have health. Well, basically, if they lose health, the health remains the same between battles. That'd be actually pretty cool. Unit suggestion: flamethrower. It is like Crystal Spire, but it burns them, and it is rare. Flamethrower would be nice, like a dragon head, kind of. And the thing is, I think that there will be actually quite a good chance of something like that, or in general more constructs coming out. As you will see, one of the artifacts is called Ring of Unity. We'll take a look at it very soon, and it is all about taking advantage of artifacts and how they interact with each other and between them. Artifacts, different factions, and how they interact between themselves, and yeah, so more faction based things definitely coming out, and so we don't have currently that many constructs, so I think that you can reasonably expect more construct units coming out in the future. Will there be a time when you can share a battle with your clan? We actually tried to add battle sharing last year, and we've actually done a bunch of work. A very good friend of mine was leading that project, but at the time it was just a bit too technically hard, and then also expensive to do, just on the sort of data costs and so on. But we are looking at other options to make it work, or we'll be looking at other options to make it work. Definitely adding replays would be really nice. I actually don't, but guys, come on, I know the project might not be that profitable, but we love your team and devs. It's just we want more, and it's kind of slow paced. Well, Guy, it has been slow paced in one sense, but then again, we have just released a base for basically having a PvE mode in the game as well, and I'll be talking more about it, how it will be integrated, and I'm pretty sure that you guys will be happy about how it's going to be integrated and what it will mean for you, the new players, and so on. So it's been a long wait. I don't blame anybody for frustration, and I don't take frustration personally. I do know that it is because you guys care and want want to be part of it. You want to give us a good advice, and it is frustrating to see when your good advice is not put into action immediately. But we are trying, and of course, there are also other factors: the size of the team, people's lives, health. I mean, I did mention. I mean, we're still missing one of our lead programmers because of an accident, and I can't wait to get him back. I mean, he definitely, even just one person not being able to produce code can significantly slower down a feature, and that of course in turn slows down everything else. So that's why we have been now for so long time completely out of the office, just so that in case with all this madness that is going on, any one of us gets it, it's not the whole company or most of the company in bad situation. But everybody's getting their shots now, so at least that is less of a concern, or becoming less and less of a concern, which is nice. For clan battles, yeah, I mean, clan battles. Let's say that there were a lot of people who answered or who signed up for the fight night, answered the clan battles. I think that you guys will first of all like the season 4 update for the raids, and then I also do hope that the clan battles will be something that we would be able to put on a on the roadmap as soon as possible, and see some proper competitions between the clans, not just who can chain bomb the raid boss the fastest or the strongest, but actually having you guys go head to head and slug it out would be really nice for sure. Unit suggestio from Joey Keyston. Make an ice phoenix. He got the same skills as the normal phoenix, only he's from ice and will freeze units. We need more ice units. I don't think that we would make exactly the same kind of or reuse the same kind of unit or the same mechanics. That would be easy, but it would be kind of boring. But I do agree that we do need more more conditions, and also we're having one condition artifact coming out, defense condition artifact. There are so many players that feel limited. More events, more imbalance, more metas, more anything. I'll pay for subscription, says Gaik. Actually, a lot of that exactly is coming. More units. I mean, we have been I mean, we are so late, and that is something that the whole of our design team agrees. The lead designer agrees. I mean, he said that already a month ago, that we're a month ago already late on the new rank because so many people are already on the top rank. So that is definitely something that we're going to be looking at as soon as possible. But also big changes are coming to just how buffs and debuffs affect players. So for example, that will add a lot of craziness between the seasons or during the seasons, because the seasons will affect which units will get sort of global buffs, and the global buffs will be like what raid bosses get now. So you know, when you go into the raid, the boss will be affected by buffs, but also some of your troops will be affected by buffs as well. So not just there's just something that affects you negatively, but it will be a bit bigger thing. That is not coming yet with the sort of Unity update for the raids, but it's something that we are working on. So definitely, and more events. I mean, that is that is the reason why this week I have been collecting feedback on the current events and also your thoughts, suggestions on these and future events. Ulther, what's the maximum number of entanglements of the tree? Leveling up increases the number. Leveling up doesn't increase the number, and I think it was either 20 or 30. I don't remember right off the bat. Soothsayer. Any infos on solo placement in PvP? I mean, more rewards for your plays. Actually, yes. There will be more rewards for achieving ranks in PvP, and it will come out at the same time as reworked quest system. So we are working also on a quest system where you would get global quests to complete stuff and progress through the game, kind of like bounty right now, but it will be a more robust system, and it will have the whole season and different events in mind. So basically, you will need to play an event, play in raids, do events, participate in PvP, and doing that you will complete quests doing that. And also, as part of that update, we're also adding more rewards for PvP placings. Will older cosmetics be available again as Panekoek? Yes, some of the old cosmetics which are currently unavailable will be coming in on the 28th in the new Ice versus Elves bundle, or Winter versus Solstice. Are we getting VS Clans raid scores for S chests? That is I'm not really sure I understand your question, Rebel Supreme, but we're going to go, but basically the sort of, I'm not going to go into details because the details are not settled on yet, but towards the end, so on the fourth season of this era, we're going to be changing the way that you receive rewards for the raid. So right now you're competing in damage, and that's how you get your tier, and you have the minimum amount of hearts that you need to do. In the future, you will need to do X amount of hearts to get the guaranteed tier chest of that, or guaranteed chest of that tier. So, but the details on how many hearts do you need to do per boss, all of that, I will be talking next stream. I don't have the information on that, but I already started talking about this sort of, our designers call it summer raid update, but I think it's more of a like Unity update. Of course, we will see what else, if anything, will come out with that, but or what we'll make into that patch as well. But the idea, of course, is the biggest concern or biggest request coming from the players was the social aspect of raiding, social aspect of clans, and how that affects the competition, and not wanting to share your builds affects the mood and social interactions inside the clans. And I mean, we want you guys to have fun inside of the game, so we will be changing that. Hey Ulther, did you know I'm the best player in the game? But call, of course, everybody is the best player in the game. We don't need any more freezing, Ice Wizard, annoying as it is, and the artifact. I'm pretty sure that there will be more freezing units coming out at some point, but I think that you would be very happy about the new common artifact if you have issues with the freezing or any conditions at all. And in 10 minutes we will be able to take a look at that. Ulther, can you describe your typical work week? What is your position at Traplight? My position is community lead, so I'm in charge of most of communication between players and the development team. So what that means is that I try to follow all of the relevant production meetings. I go through the design documents so that I can answer questions to you guys, and then whenever there is a new system that requires deeper explanation, I perhaps need to either explain it on the stream if I can do that, or even create documents as I have created in the past to go deeper into the mechanics and into ways of how it works. At the same time, of course, I gather feedback and process it, because of course there are hundreds of messages coming in, hundreds of suggestions, and you need to process it, sift through it, combine it, of course, and into presentable form, so it is usable by the design team. Of course, we also take a look at the social media, plan things around that, whatever player event stuff. So yeah, all sorts of things. Some game testing as well. We have Friday. We have community company-wide test session where we go usually over the new features or new things coming into the game. So. Nature needs some ranged attacker so that shields are not always 100% counter to Stormcaller. Maybe giant bees or spike shooter. Yeah, like that would be pretty cool. I mean, bees still, like, I mean, they don't really shoot the what are they called? They're stingers. But like porcupine shooting spikes, that would be pretty sweet. Sounds like an interview question. The question answered to ulther above. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Swift Spear. That was very much of a job interview question. Tell me about your typical day. Ulther, what are your team's struggles? I might get some valuable people in to promote Battle Legion, says Guy. I mean, if you're talking about well, I mean, currently we are working on, or we've been working on this unit breakdown videos. Hopefully you guys check them out. Do send in comments, do send suggestions, do send tips about the new units. What do you think a new unit should or a new unit description should have in it? And we're trying, of course, to spread the word and increase number of people watching the YouTube videos, watching our channel. But with the unit breakdown videos, what we're trying to do is first to create a little bit of a library of these unit videos. Now we've been promoting them a little bit inside of the game, but my hope is, and we should be testing that system quite soon, that when you unlock, then it will be possible to make it so that when you unlock the unit, either through Saga progression or the PvE progression, or through the PvP progression, you would get a personalized mail. That's one of the cool things about the new system, that is being implemented. It's not our own, but it's integration from another company. But anyway, so you would be able to get personalized mail. So when you unlock the new unit, you would get the unit breakdown video sent to you as a news piece. Why that is important? Of course, if we are able to, us as a company, and then of course you guys helping out on Discord or with advice inside of your own clan, if we can teach the new players to play the game better, they will become more proficient faster, and more of us will have new friends to play with and new opponents to fight against. So we do need another shield unit, or either buff to the only one we have other than Monster Hunter, because that one shield getting hit by everything doesn't last too long. No, it doesn't, but it's I mean, you can always put double shields if you really want to shield from the enemy fire. Look, make it to where the lightning doesn't go past the wall. And Guy, like, I mean, if you're talking about paid promotion, we have even done some trials with that. We might try something like that again. Send me information and we will take a look. Not promising anything. We are not actively thinking about doing that anytime soon, but it's good to have options and good to have contact. So if you have any of your friends on Russian space or foreign space doing content and looking for something like that, we can take a look. Unit suggestion: coach which blows whistle intensely, forcing units to go faster and lose health sometime. That would be pretty cool, for sure. 3 minutes until we go into the sort of news section of the stream. By the way, ulther, why 5 untamed beasts level 12 can't win 16 level 12 RWs? Risen warriors. How did you get 5 untamed beasts, I wonder? Oh, do you mean the like some of those you've probably seen some of our ad videos. Yeah, like those units have some crazy Powerstones and so on. So it's I wouldn't look at those videos as a serious representation if that's what you mean. Every player I know would prefer to have Wicker boss in normal rotation, as in it would fight Wicker every 4 raids. Waylon, he is on Wicker is on sort of intense rotation for the first 2 weeks of its existence. Then it will go onto the normal rotation, and also we haven't changed any parameters, so he has always been with the same parameter, just so that we can test in the same, like up against the same parameters. I've said parameters so many times, but yeah, it will go back to normal rotation soon. What unit does the most damage and have the most health excluding levels? I think that Untamed Beast would do the most damage. It hits so fast, but yeah. I think that potentially Catapult would do the most damage just because of the end game Berserk buff. I would even say that does yeah, but raids don't have the berserking, so that's not going to help with the Wicker boss that much. But yeah. How the heck did Panda's army have the golem last so long? Oh, I missed that. I don't know. If you have a load of wraiths and hounds at level 8-9, you can just get one heart per go at level 10 Wicker. I use exactly that. Hounds and wraiths in my army. Wraiths do do insane damage, and also if you give wraiths double thunder strike, that's 70% chance of double damage. So I think my wraiths, well, with my wraiths that would be 1600 something, so it's pretty good. If the ads are in a serious representation of the game, you should take them down. Nothing like starting your relationship with players on a light. It's not a lie. I mean, you have those units. You have levels of the units which are from the raid. You can run into kind of that situation, but also, well, it's fun to make fun videos that show how the game looks, how the game feels, and because generally just showing the match, people don't really understand what is going on. Like in this one, there's a bunch of stuff happening in the melee versus where you can pick a couple of units and then make sort of a presentation of what the fight looks like, and just zoom in on that particular thing. So that's the reasoning, and everything is done inside of the game anyway, just with the sort of development raid editor. So. No, nuts. Wicker is going to be in a normal rotation, but as a DPS check boss, not going to go into a special event. We're gonna have more events coming out, but Wicker is not going to be one. Demi-human faction, goblins, orcs, trolls. Is draining spirit paired with eternal champions for Wicker is good or bad? I need advice and tips. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure. It might be that draining spirit would stay alive on just on the Wicker boss minions, because it needs minions to survive. But I'm not sure if it's disabled that sort of keeping him alive just with the Wicker minions. I haven't tested the draining spirit myself, so don't know. Also, we are 4 minutes past, so it's time to get into the what's coming next section of the stream. I'll move this a little bit, and let's watch this match to the end and go through what is coming out in season 3, and then a little bit more of other things and news. So let's see. There we go. not going to go over all of the power stones, but just the most important ones. Of course, all the basic ones are also leveling up. But from the new power stones that are not in season 2 currently, but are coming in season 3, we have Ignite and Resist Conditions. Ignite, super exciting one. I do recommend that you guys try it out on Righteous Defenders. Might actually be a pretty fun thing to do. Also, of course, if you in general have those bigger units that push back, that might be a pretty decent thing to try as well. Resist Conditions, of course, prevents the same burning and freezing to affect your units, so there is a counter coming as well. Execute, Revitalize, Reach and Enhance are also getting their tier ups in season 3, and hopefully you guys enjoy them soon enough. On the buffs and nerfs, so a big change is coming to the sort of to the sprite box or the collider box of units. Pretty much most of the units are going to get affected, and the way or what is happening to them is that right now the collider box for the units is slightly smaller than the unit's sprite or the unit itself, which you see on the screen, and now it should match it more closely, so units shouldn't be squeezing through things that they shouldn't be squeezing through, and would be actually a bit easier, or should be a bit easier to see how those or see place units, and then they should behave in a more predictable fashion. Also, the Monster Hunter, the shield no longer destroys projectiles, but instead grants its projectile effect to monster. But instead grants its protective effect to Monster Hunter directly. When the projectile impact to Monster Hunter remains unaffected, for example, a catapult projectile now inflicts its splash damage around Monster Hunter instead of being completely nullified by the shield. Also, the other thing was that before this change, essentially Monster Hunter destroyed the catapult shots flying even over it or close by to it. So now if you shoot with the catapult into the group of enemies and it hits the Monster Hunter, it's not going to eat the whole of the blast, but it will be protected as now, but the enemies or the units around it will be affected as normal. And here is the promised patch notes, boss nodes for the Wicker, which already were out there, but didn't make it into the patch notes. But here they are. So the layout has been adjusted, and it was adjusted in such way as to allow Battle Wagon to pass through the minions and hit the wall. Immunities removed. Freeze. Actually, I haven't tested out anything with the Frost Wizard. Actually, that's pretty exciting. That's 50% more damage, which is not bad. And then armor strength decreased on difficulty ratings, star ratings, that is from 1 to 9. And now we will talk a little bit about the Saga map, and this is not something that is coming out this the next update. This is not the Monday change, but something that we are working on. Also, the images are work in progress, but more of a like how the map will look as you travel through and unlock things. So Saga would be merged into the main game, and we have decided not to lock out old players out of or place them somewhere further along, but you will start from the very beginning. You will be able to breeze through, of course, through the first many levels, but that also means that you would be able to pick up all the rewards on the way. New players will start in Saga, but they will join the PvP a lot faster, and they will be able to get rewards from both of experiences. So essentially it will be just an additional way to unlock units and get the rewards. Also, as if any of you guys have tried out, made an account and managed to get into the Saga, you've probably seen some mini bosses, some even sort of smaller version of the raids bosses coming out, and there's even on rank 3 boss ulther, so do check it out when this comes out. It will take some time to finalize and implement it. We're also going to add a whole bunch of new levels to this, and basically there should be always more coming out in the future. And on the next stream, we're going to be taking a look at new wardrobe, Dead of Winter versus Elven Solace. So we'll take a deeper look. We'll take a look at some of the skins, maybe take a look at a battlefield that will be coming out, and then we'll also have more details on Clan Raid Unity update, or as our design team calls it, Summer Clan Raid Summer Update. But now let's take a look at the new artifacts. I will close this down and also bring back the chat. Right. So let's take a look at the artifacts. And the first one that we have is Bulwark of the Dragon Slayer. So this one is designed to help you protect yourself against the conditions. This is a very tanky army build. So whenever a condition is being applied to your unit, it has 25% chance of avoiding it and becoming immune to that condition for 3 seconds. So that actually also gives you a possibility and ability to get rid of the plague. Even if your unit has been plagued, the next time the plague is being applied, you have a chance to become immune to the plague, cleansing the effect, and then also of course not being affected by it from that hit. As you progress with your artifact, you get the shards and you go up the levels. When a condition is avoided by one of your units, it takes X amount of reduced damage from all sources for the next 3 seconds. As you go further, when a condition is avoided by any of your units, it is healed for certain percentage, and again it scales with the artifact. And it gets healed for its max health. And this is not that its health increases like in some of the artifacts, but it's just a heal. When a condition is avoided by one of your units, it has a certain chance of being reflected back to its source if possible. So you could poison, if the unit is immune to the plague, like plague bearers, you wouldn't be able to reflect it back. But with some of the units, like for example Frost Wizard, you would be able to do that. On to the next one, Ring of Unity, it's a circling buff. So every 5 seconds it increases the attack power and attack speed of all units in one faction by 40% for 5 seconds. Rotates through all factions in order. So first the constructs for 5 seconds, then nature for 5 seconds, order, and then chaos. That's quite a big buff, and of course if you have a more diverse army, then you will get more benefits out of this. and let's look at some of the extra stuff on it. So at the first tier, maximum health of all friendly units is increased by percentage per each different faction present in your starting army, and this number also does scale with the tiers of the artifact. So it's not per unit of different faction, but it's per different faction. So at maximum it's 4 times this buff, but all of the units would be affected. Your units take 0.5 to 20% reduced damage from units that belong to the same faction as they do. So that means, of course, if you have your order faction, then, or constructs or whatever, they take reduced damage only from the opponent's constructs or nature or whatnot. After primary effects activates on a faction, unit belonging to it becomes immune to all damage, condition, and physical effects for seconds, for a certain amount of seconds. Also, this is from the testing server. I'm not even sure if these numbers are completely 100% up to date, but most likely they are, as this is getting close to the release. Of course, they will probably be adjusted as we see the results. Here is the most the corruption one, the one with the mind controlling, and probably the most complex one of them all. At the start of the battle, summon 3 unkillable void eyes at random locations on the battlefield. They last for 4 seconds and then they disappear. Void eyes channel a mind control beam towards the closest viable enemy unit, instantly mind controlling them. I am not 100% sure, but they should be also spawning these initial ones also on your field. So this is, the initial eyes are a bit of a gamble, but you do need to have this artifact to a certain level for it to really start shining. My voice is definitely taking some hits here. When a unit you are mind controlling dies, it has a chance of spawning a void eye on its location. So here actually the artifact starts doing more than just randomly spawning those eyes, but when one of the units that you're mind controlling dies, it would create something that can mind control other things from the enemy. This probably is going to be pretty powerful, and let's see how this goes. In enemy units targeted by void eye beams have their movement and attack speed increased for the duration of the mind control. So this gives extra buffs to specific mind control units, not all of the mind control units. And every 2 seconds you have a chance of mind controlling a random enemy unit for 5 seconds. So this one just auto mind controls something for you. There. So those are the three artifacts that are coming out. Before you scream that they're mega overpowered, let's see how they actually perform. What do you guys think? I can now take a look at the comments, even though I did see a bunch of super overpower already. Does that immunity work when the enemy has those max resist artifacts? Immunity should override immunity should override the resistance, I think. I'm not actually. I'm not. I'll need to ask about it. Which supersedes the artifact that removes the maximum immunity? Because I think that the way that Plague Bearer's immunity works is that they have 100% resist, not immunity like Monster Hunter is immune to ranged attacks. Is there a single unit that isn't resistant to its own effect? Frost Wizard isn't. So that's how you're trying to deal with the Mayan Corruptor's ridiculousness, not nerfing it, but adding a new artifact. Is it that overpowered currently, the Mayan Corruptor? Those numbers are pretty disgusting. Should definitely be lowered, I feel. That is very, very possible. I don't think that we have released anything without adjusting it later on. There are quite a lot of units in the game. There are quite a lot of other artifacts and interactions with Powerstones. So definitely we'll need to see how this one performs. But on the other hand, Mind Corruption is also a condition. So there are weapons for Mind Corruption, but there's also weapons to fight against it. We need to see how it plays out. Is the rotation starting point random? Because if not, and it always starts on the same one, you could time a 5-second immunity at the start of the game. I'm not sure if the rotation, at least from what I read from the description, that it is always set and it always starts with a construct. But it might get changed as well if that becomes too powerful. Drink water, ulther. Yeah, I should. I drink way too much cola. Before you do that, nerf MC as much as you can. Mythic is cancer. Can you rework Giant Stove, please? I think that we will be taking a look at artifacts soon enough. Mind Corruptor is too overpowered. Never mind. The thing is, not sure how. If Mind Corruptor by itself is overpowered, or again, it's Mind Corruptor with the banner and then other units. Also, not sure how for example, Mind Corruptor will be faring against for example, the Dragon Shield. The mythic artifact is garbage. Well, a lot of people seem not to like the mythic artifact, but I tell you guys, give it time and give it a chance. If basically everybody is just running the corruption artifact, we will definitely do something about it. But it is also, we do want to add new things and interesting things. Also, as I said, a lot of the things are coming, a lot of changes are coming to the factions themselves, so expect more powerful effects in general, rather than just a little bit extra to these units or a little bit extra to those units. We just need a better way to get tomes. It's just too much random right now. I'll always get the most useless ones. I hear you, Romulo Sander. I myself spent a bunch last era trying to build my invincible dog army. I know how it feels trying to get 10 plus immunity tomes or power stones. When do we get real balance changes like nerfing Eternal Champion toe combo? Once we are going to do once we have more time to do the unit overhaul bigger changes to the units. We have been doing smaller ones, and then at certain points we've been doing larger stints. Now we've been quite busy with other things, and again, the one thing, of course, is how things are balanced at the very top in the top 1000, and then also how things are balanced throughout the game. So we need to take into consideration all of those things when making those nerfs and larger nerfs. I had to pretend I was Russian to sneak into a high tier guild in order to get my first mythic artifact. There are quite a few actually good Russian guilds. That is true. That is true. How about a unit that prevents other units from being corrupted? Could be a priest. That's actually a very good possibility of that. We at certain point I think Druid removed mind corruption, and then also Paladin removed mind corruption. I remember my Monster Hunter being frozen in battle, but when his mind corrupted, my wizard didn't work on him. I was really upset. Yeah, when the unit is mind corrupted, then it is immune to all new conditions. Actually, I'm not sure which one is the most powerful artifact out of all of these released. I think that the Dragon Slayer is really strong, especially if you are concerned about conditions, like a lot of the armies, like again my favorite Untamed Beast stuff, very much suffers from the conditions more than actually it needs more help with conditions than just dealing with pure damage or increasing health. How do you even balance lack or chance? Actually, that's the whole thing. we don't balance like we don't. Our power stones are random, and that's the issue. If we had a system where you would have guaranteed X mythic or something like that, but it's random. Previous stream excuse for not having unit balance were the SR changes, but actually it's the same excuse. Well, we've been working on the new features and SR rating, the new update that is not coming this season but the next season. I mean, it needs to be spec'd, it needs to be recoded, some UI needs to be changed. So the excuse is still the same. It's just a different item was in the list above it. We need counters for everything. Give us more units. Absolutely, we do plan to, and we do have designs for new units for sure. How does the gem prizes work for the stream? Asked Crowley. The way that it works currently, or at least in this stream, you had to sign up to participate at the fight night. There are no giveaways or quizzes during the stream. The sign-ups closed an hour before the stream, and the prizes were 500 for win, 250 for the draw, and 100 for loss or just signing up. Everybody who signed up and wouldn't get to fight will get at least the 100 gems for signing up. Can we have a new mode where we can battle on random maps, as in they have hills, rivers, geysers that launch troops, lava lakes? It would be hilarious. I think that would be actually pretty cool. Maybe as some sort of event like a Halloween where you have like zombies dragging your units down and into the graves, or some ghosts stealing your units away and flying into the atmosphere. Brute needs just literally the slightest bit of attack speed. Actually, Rob, I'm not sure about that. I really like. I would actually maybe even like Brute to hit. I think that actually he's in a good position, good spot, because Earth Elemental hits a bit slower, and Brute still hits slow enough. You don't actually want the Brute to be hitting very fast, because you can now use condition or proc chance Powerstones with it, and have a reasonable chance of, for example, Thunderstrike proccing, or Ignite, or Freeze, or whatever else. And of course, when you combine it, let's say, with the Unity artifact or with the Druid that gives him attack speed, the proc chance still remains the same, even if his attack speed does go up. So I wouldn't actually increase the attack speed of the Brute to make him better. Romul, I've sent an idea about how to make getting tomes better in one of those fight night forums. It would really solve the problem. I don't know if the decks actually took a look at it. Actually, we have several own ideas and ideas from you guys about the Powerstones, and at least in the current iteration of the Saga map for the new players, you're getting Powerstones also as part of the idol rewards. So definitely we've collected the ideas, and they're sitting there. There's a lot of information, and again, I mean, I've said it many times, there is certain things that you need to do to get things from the idea into the design document that goes to production creates the production plan. They start working on it, they follow up, they test it. It's not something that you go and just add. I need that 500 gems. I have a perfect call counter. I have no doubt, but call. I think that you've won quite a few times already. So hopefully you will make it. You do have still almost half an hour to face off against my army. Well, if they buff Brute attack speed, I hope they decrease the range of the attack. He is a corner killer. We don't have plans actually to doing anything to the Brute currently. I was just more speculating that I don't think that it would actually be a buff. I mean, be a buff to the Brute if you would hit faster. In the situation where he needs to be stomping in the corner, then yeah, it would actually be an attack. It would be a buff, but we don't really feel like corner builds need more love at the moment. So nerve druid attack speed to once per 30 seconds. That would be a very useful druid, giving the attack speed once per match. Well, will be future plans to get some clan battles between clan mates. We sure hope so. Also, there's some balances to mind control going on in the future. I will ask for the next stream. Do we have plans for unit balance outlook and how and when the next big balance overhaul might be? And Valeri is asking again about the wardrobes. They're coming on 28th of June. Valera Kaula. Max для шкафа, а не для Battle Pass. Powerstones are random. I had like 26 snails and 30 speed boots. Yep, they are random. They are random. You have a certain percentage of getting a power stone of a certain rarity. So let's say that you have X percent for the stone to be either mythic, then a bit bigger for rare, and then the biggest for it to be common, and then once the computer decides which one of those categories, then out of those it is completely random. So yes, it is completely random. And actually, if it wouldn't be so random, it would feel better. Most companies have a unfair or like non-random packages. My head is already starting to not work. It's been two hours of talking and I can't get my head into the right zone, especially trying to read Russian and English at the same time. So sorry about that, but yes, they are completely random, and if they wouldn't be random, they wouldn't feel sometimes so bad. But then again, you wouldn't have sometimes when you open the pack and you get like 3, 4, 5 mythic power stones. Can we get giant snail unit that attacks defense go up the slower it goes? So it starts off kind of fast and then you hit it and then it moves slower but hits harder. If it also, like, I'm down with this idea, if it also would leave like a poisonous slime or something behind it, that would be pretty cool. And also when I say that, I don't have the power to actually decide on what unit is being made and not, but snails do sound fun. And we have about 20 more minutes of this stream, and then we will have to stop. So if you guys have more comments, questions, do ask. Meanwhile, Mikey just defeated me, and hopefully we will get to see Butcall and his perfect counter army. I could actually go and go and check. Let's see if we have butt call anywhere close to the. Petition for Untamed Beast to have a gorilla skin in honor of Harambe. Actually, it would be really cool. Like a big, strong ape crushing the enemies. Not really. Sometimes, you know, like all humans are bad. Sort of this King Kong vibe. Only like humanoid, cool humanoids or druids and. Well, Stormcaller. I don't think that there are any other nature units which are humanoid. I don't know what pack you're opening, Ulther, but we should get that type of Powerstone pack as well, don't you think? No, like I mean, it was the same one. No, like I mean, it has happened to me. I've opened one pack with 10, you know, the 10 Powerstone pack, and I had 4 mythic Powerstones out of it. Granted, that was once. That was once. But when rank 17, bro, I wish I could tell you the date. Hopefully soon, and we know that it is very overdue. Very much overdue. We know, Max. Tell us something we don't know about the game. I mean, I think that there's a lot of things. In particular, any one of you doesn't know about the game, but what all of you don't know about the game. I don't know. It's very hard. I can't really think of anything. I'm blanking out. How to get into battle with him? Only to sign up. How I to turn the game on? Hasso on Montufel. Hopefully that was even somewhat close to how I was supposed to pronounce it. But basically, you need to sign up for the fight night the day before the fight night. So on Wednesday on Discord, I put up the sign up. We still can't. We don't have the possibility to sign up from the inside of the game, even though that has been discussed, and perhaps in the future that would be possible. That would be super cool. But now you do need to join the Discord, and on Wednesday I put the sign up form, and then you have a chance of ending up on the stream. And if you win my army, you get 500 gems, and if you draw 250, and if you lose 100. Generally, the armies that I create are very strong, super overpowered. I make them with the development tools. I mean, they are the same units and the same Powerstones as you guys can have, but I just have more resources. So it does provide you with a bit more of a challenge than your normal fight, but also you do get pretty nice rewards if you are able to crack the puzzle. You did the sign up, then you have a chance of fighting. Of course, there are almost 500 people who signed up for this event, and not everybody, well, basically however many were able to fight in the space of about 1.5 hours, about half an hour, maybe 20 minutes, generally goes into just setting up the fight, setting up the stream, starting up the spinning, and then also going over new stuff. So if you had to remove a unit from the game as is, what unit would you remove? That's a difficult question. I mean, I would try to remove some unit that is redundant. Like you have other unit that covers its role already. I would say probably Brute then, because I think that Earth Elemental is a more versatile Brute. Brute has its own niche where it is used, but in most cases and in most scenarios you could use Earth Elemental, so you could get rid of the Brute. And my favorite unit, yeah, the stream is correct. Untamed Beast is my favorite unit. Nothing has come close to even though, of course, when creating armies, or when thinking about units that I like quite a lot of units, especially when making the armies. I like super fast units. My new sort of superstar that I try to use more and would be trying to create more around are the wraiths. Especially whenever you can get the Thunder Strike, wraiths are becoming so powerful. Just they're with the wraiths I was able to out damage Monster Hunter healing. The Valkyrie healing Monster Hunter, Valkyrie healing Untamed Beast. Basically any super tanky units with mega heals, you could just one shot with enough wraiths. That's cool. Which vaccine did you get? I got Pfizer. You couldn't actually choose, so basically you went there and they gave me Pfizer. How does Valkyrie choose what unit to start healing? It's the closest unit. And Max is asking, where do I know Russian? I know Russian because I was born in Leningrad. I was born actually in the Soviet Union before it became Russia, and I moved to Finland when I was 14, so I'm Russian, and that's why I speak Russian. You don't forget it that easy. To be honest, I liked skeletons the most because of satisfying skeletons and give assassins a taste of their medicine. Yeah, I mean, Death Knight is a really cool unit. Summoning stuff and actually using the friends and foes as the fuel is super fun. Another one like that, I mean, Soul Cannon, or Soul Pylon, sorry, I always call it Soul Cannon, because I've been, immediately when the first time I saw the Soul Pylon, I just wanted to make something that creates units, or uses units as fodder. So, yeah. And I mean, I think that's what makes the game fun, makes, let's spin all these crazy combinations and all the things that you can do, like they interact with enemy units and use them to fuel power, not of just one unit like Death Knight, but Soul Pylon also uses the skulls of your enemies. Maybe in the future we'll have more. I don't know. We have another unit, Toad, which basically heals itself by eating your enemy. So. What army that you made has been your favorite? The one that made you laugh the most? Not sure if it's last season or this season, but I've been really getting into. I mean, on the stream, of course, the Shark Boys, basically like the two level 15 untamed beasts, which would eat army after army. But on the private account, where I don't have all this craziness and just have whatever I've spent myself onto the game, over there it's definitely my rush armies. Last era I was running immunity dogs, and I managed to get actually into quite high up. I think that I was at best something like 150 or something like that. And this season I haven't been trying, so I didn't even make it to a top 1,000. So, but I've been running again dogs and wraiths this time. If I spend some more time trying to get those thunderstones, then maybe I could have tried to rush to see how far I could get this era as well, but I didn't, and I'm just doing the necessary PvP stuff and raid stuff. So, but yeah, and the reason why with the private, I already said that you know, one-shotting something like Untamed Beast, it's just fun. Even if it's trying to heal, just slap and it's dead. I thought you automatically learned Russian if your beard is cool enough. Well, for sure, like you know, you definitely get +10 to speak in Russian if you have a cool beard. Medusa unit that summons snakes and turns enemy units to stone. That would be cool, yeah. Also on the like the other cool unit that actually the first unit that I leveled up to 12 on my account was were hammer throwers. I really like those guys as a ranged unit. They don't miss. They have a pushback, do a lot of damage. Actually quite tanky. Can take a hit. They could solo quite easily those risen warriors coming up on them. So. Oh, Toad is hilarious. Swallowing an eternal champion is a top tier bans. Always up with mushrooming a war wagon. Oh yeah, mushrooming a war wagon is always excellent. I saw how my troops run to attack the wagon despite the fact that it has gone far and the troops were closer. Shouldn't my army attack the nearest enemies? I think that it's not instantaneously that army or the unit decides to change the targets, but it happens in ticks. Like something happens, and then it like after a certain period of time, the unit looks and scans for new targets, and then when it does, it picks a new target if another one is far enough. So. Hello, I really enjoy the game. Can someone explain me who is ulther in the company? I am the community lead in the company, and you are almost seeing my apartment because that's from where I've been working for last almost 2 years now. Can we get in about X number of players? I know it's a secret, but when I talk about being fourth in the world, I want the big number to say that's out of. Well, hey, a good way of doing that. Go check how many downloads we have on the app stores. That's how many players. I mean, past and present. I'm not going to start opening App Store right now, and also there's only 6 minutes left of the stream, but that's one way of doing it. And definitely I agree in general with you, Rare, that we need to have better representation for people achieving the top ranks, and even I would really love to see stats for old seasons that you could go and see. Let's say what are all the players that reached the number 1 spot in era 5 season 2, for example. So I mean, absolutely. And on the profile, I mean, when you click on your profile, it should say how many seasonal wins you have, not the absolute top that you have reached. I agree with you absolutely. Do you have your own unit suggestions for the game, ulther? Uh, Not at the moment, not that I can think of right now. I mean, we did have a workshop about the units, and I'm not sure. I don't think that it wasn't like it wasn't my idea, but we did iterate it in my group, because we did it as a sort of group mindstorming session, where we split anybody who was interested in creating new unit ideas, and the giant toad, or the sort of unit that became giant toad, was discussed over there. And of course, it's not like, it's very hard to even say that what is my idea, in a sense, because there's a lot of, I read so much of you guys' feedback, that let's say that you know, if somebody says, I would like to have a unit which eats other units, another one says that I like toads, and another one says that we need to have a tank, and then, you know, like, it sort of comes together as a package. And yeah. No, he's a mini dev compared to the higher ups. Well, I mean, I have my own team. It's not very large, but it is there, and I have my own section with what I deal with. But definitely, there are other people deciding on, let's say, the design or the direction or the production. But then again, yeah, we have our own roles. Let's put it that way. Ulther, are you the guy on the bounty hunt screen? Maybe I am. I'm at least, actually, I am in the Saga map in as one of the mini bosses. I am Ulther the Paladin over there. Is there a link to the quiz? There is no quiz. How hard it is to level up an artifact to level 5? Is it progressively more all the levels? It's already insane at 0 to 9. I mean, it does go up, at least in the amount of ascension shards that you need to get it to the next tier. The skull in the overtime looks like you, especially with the beard. That's probably why I got hired. I mean, I didn't. You know, the skull was created before I joined the company, so I guess I was just hired based on the looks. Metal and profiles, plus 20 ups to this. Yep, I know, Rabble. I know, Rabble. I mean, I am a Finnish champion of a very obscure card game called Vampire: The Eternal Struggle, and I'm still very proud that 2010 I was best in Finland at the game that maybe, at the time, maybe like 40-50 people played in Finland altogether. Maybe 100. 40-50 sounds too little, but about maybe 100 played the game, so. Max is asking, how long do you need to play to get artifact to level 5? I have no idea. Depends how lucky you are with the drops and how high you go up in the star ratings to get those ascension shards, basically. Does overtime affect melee units? No, it doesn't. It only affects ranged units. Oh no, it was changed. Sorry, I have my brain is way too short circuiting after 2 hours of talking. And I mean, I do the stream after a full day of work, and I start working at 8:30, 9 o'clock, depending when I wake up. But With this, I do need to bid you guys farewell because it is 8 o'clock and the stream. It is time to end the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you're excited about the new stuff coming out. And this week we took a look at a bunch of things. Next week the next stream we're going to be taking a look at the new skins. We're going to be looking at the new changes or sort of unification changes to clan raids. Thank you very much for joining. Love you guys, and we'll see you next time.